As soon as I walked through the front door, I knew there was no escape. Mom hovering in the dining room just beyond the foyer. The wall phone was ringing in the kitchen on my left, but Mom didn't rush to answer it like she usually did. No sign of Dad. Yet. But his museum closed early on Wednesdays, so he had to be in the house somewhere. My stomach felt thick and full of ice. I slammed the door, shutting out the September chill, and dropped my school bag. I kicked off my cleats, padding across the hardwood in my socks to stand in the center of the dark wood dining room, with its oval table and its hanging chandelier. In the 1600s, that monster would have held real candles, and some poor enslaved person probably had to stand on a ladder and light them one by one. Now, each socket contained a tiny crystalline light bulb that did nothing to diffuse the natural shadows of the house. It was like being back in colonial times. I took a deep breath to steady myself, inhaling the scents of pine and ash rolling off the thick walls. "Ash," Mom said, looking hesitantly at me. Great. Coach must have already called her and told her what had happened today. Her tightly clasped hands had gone white at the knuckles. The pale roots of her hair were showing where the sandy brown waves were turning gray, catching up to the wrinkles around her mouth. My name was Ashley. I suspected it was the only name Mom and Dad could agree on when I was born. My sister, Evie, once told me that the doctor had advised them to give me a unisex name, just in case. When I was born, Dad had been certain I was a boy. Mom and the doctor had been less convinced. Our family physician had explained the basics to me when I was little, but my parents had always avoided talking to me about my body. Until now. Dad's voice behind me. "Turn around." I revolved on the spot, feeling that I had no choice, my stomach tightening instinctively. Dad didn't look like my friends' dads, which had made the fear of him worse when I was growing up. His grizzled gray hair hung down to his shoulders, accentuated by a mean widow's peak. In any other city, he might have been an amateur MMA fighter, maybe a truck driver. Here in Salem, where automobiles were banned on our main street, he co-owned a witch trial museum. It sounded more impressive than it really was. Museums like his were a dime a dozen in this town.